Are you really prepared for this? Please be prepared. Be prepared. Fasten your seatbelt. In fact, do all that you can because this will shock you. This is mind blowing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on track on justice for Mohbad. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been expecting. This is what we all have been aching for on justice for Mohbad. I'm sure that justice for Mohbad needs no introduction. You all know the efforts and money that has been put into it and our expectation and all that we've wished for from the beginning of it. Most people do not know who Mohbad is, not until his demise and something drew people together. And here we are on justice for Mohbad. It got to a point people started having cold feet, and I don't blame them. They became frustrated. They didn't really understand where this was heading to. They were hoping to see light at the end of the tunnel, but somehow it seems the light did not kind of shine bright enough for them to believe that something is going to come out of this justice for Mohbad. But as it is right now, you can confidently tell yourselves that you did not labor in vain. That's why I said be prepared. Be prepared for this one. Let us look into it. What exactly is it that stalled justice for Mohbad? What exactly is it that caused mayhem, that caused issues and problems? Who are the people that were inserted into justice for Mohbad to cause disarray, to redirect us, to deceive, to cause menace? Who are those that have been paid? Who are those that have been bribed? What exactly are we dealing with? Is there more to what the eyes can see? You're about to find out more of this. Stay tuned. If you have not subscribed to this channel, smash on that subscription button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, I say very big, wonderful welcome to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, dollar sign in the middle of it, may God bless you. May God replenish your pockets. May that your pocket never run dry. If you like what we do here and you're also for justice for Mohbad, kindly smash on that button that says thanks. This channel is not interested in shenanigans. What we want is justice. I've said it times without number. Justice for one is justice for all. If there is something else that can be done to fasten justice for Mohbad, if there is anything, I'm sure that a lot of people are willing to go extra mile. They are willing. Why? For the sake of humanity and nothing more. Empathy for that young, aspiring, budding music star that got cut short in a mysterious way, in a way that cannot be accounted for by those who were around him, in a way that struck a lot of people hard. It kind of resonated with the core of people who have conscience. And that is why we are here, still on justice for Mohbad. Let's get right into it.
We were stressed, have to mobilize transportation, everything. Tough your arrest and where. Or I do extension and they didn't say anything about it. They know it's common sense. But when we now said something happened, something very crucial, and the next thing, they were looking for how to defend themselves, and they began with all the shenanigans. Can you argue? You are not on the field. Just like Bashedaruko Zomo. Tí bàbá Mohbad sọ pé, wọ́n lọ dárúkọ Zomo. Zomo tí ó délé Mohbad rí. Zomo báwo lè ṣe mọ̀? Ṣẹ́yìn ni security lé Mohbad ni. Àbẹ́ gbé register book àwọn tó wọnú lé Mohbad. Ṣé ẹ lè sọ iyọ̀ honor gbogbo ọ̀rẹ́ Mohbad èyí tó wọnú lé Mohbad àrí tí ò wọlé? Àbí Zomo yẹn máa report fún yín pé dáàdi mi tí lọ lé Mohbad dì sí yìí tó fi kú mi débẹ̀. Let us know when you spoke to him last. If he is that close to your family, why was he not at the burial? Though I realize he only don't go walk up Woody. Don't pass it off me. Whatever it is. Investigation will get there and they will extract and give out the real truth. But we saw the video 10 years ago brought out. Our investigation. Oh, Mutsi blessing God. It was not Photoshop. They are genuine and direct images. So now that I minimum montage, if I come out and tell you a phone forensic was done, the fact that your message was part of those that was extracted, Koko Benipe, ilu phone King White lost Gungade. It cannot come out and say, Yomi Fabiyi, out here that, baby lockouts, it's GBC. Shemi, phone me while I'm in Lemi, so I hack. I mean, Tolakpa here investigating me. Tolakpa will phone me, rara. You never waited to hear that from King White. That God-forsaken individual is that coming to tell you what, because on stray around, on Tenubo Lekiri is being used as another extra double agent, our machineries, to carve out information and tell the move, go to the bar and make a move here. They want to know what is the next move before we take the move. So you all are not surprised. Kilode, one, ni shate lori nunu shikini. Any yoshi bowlowe, to lobo esiki. Kilode to suddenly switch. So he shared to wash in here. Then he began to discredit everything we have done. Timani is on the shell, lot of commissioner. And they are making a mess, and you sit there. And then we rubbish toshi. And it's your chrome bito wa to joko. To feed in boya go die ti legbo. A joko mi mo lu to wa America. Aro another stray. Tell mo boya ise buruku ni en se kiri. Bó ṣe switch tó padà síbí èmi ò mọ ogun wọn. And then donate donate owó àti fi kó báyọ̀, owó àti fi wọn next step, kẹ́lẹ̀ ambush, kẹ́lẹ̀ bankoje. Ṣé bó lẹ ṣe ń gbọ́n sí from Lagata pé Guresi àti King White wọ́n ṣe meeting l'Agege. The same this lady Harris ó ń sọ fún yín pé Yomi ẹ máa parọ́. Ó ní Lagata àti King White àti kíní wọ́n wá sí kíní àwọn ọlọ́pàá jẹ́. The truth of the matter is, ṣé mi ni mo tiẹ̀ sọ pé mi ò rí King White níjọ́ yẹn. I only saw somebody. I'll send the picture mi tẹ̀ rí mi rí Guresi picture téèyàn kọ́ yà lọ́kọ̀ sẹ́ẹ̀sì mi pé yes is the one. Ẹ̀yin ará ilé lẹ notify wa pé they are there. But did we know how far they went? Sham office to one lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn. Because we were already in the Commissioner of Police office. His direct personal office. Àwọn mọ ẹni tó ń rìn káàkiri àmọ́ ẹ́fíìsì tó lọ akọ̀rí kọ́kọ́ wà pé commissioner jáde ni. A lọ apàdà. We don't know what was going on. He will come and tell us ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láti ẹ̀mí làwọn ṣe. Bóyá ọ̀rẹ́ lomi along the line, how are we going to know? But ask yourself, ìwọ Guresi ó ń ṣe meeting pẹ̀lú King White. Bàbá Mohbad tó péré ẹni wọ́n ló ń ṣe PA. Ó ń lọ sí TV station pé ohun ọmọ ẹni tó ń jẹ́ King White o, òun ló ń block àdúrà. Kí ló dé àdúrà ò fẹ́ rí bàbá Mohbad fún ọdún méjì? Bàbá ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí Mohbad kú, ẹ̀rọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Why would he not want to see his father fún odindi ọdún méjì báyìí sọ?
Good evening, sir.
How are you in Fire Force?
Good evening, sir. We all know what you're doing. We are not blind, and the masses are not blind. Everybody can see everything that you're doing. And that is one thing that I want you to know today. Do not think that people do not see everything you're doing, how hard you're trying. We all know what is going on presently, especially with the likes of the leaked out audio about where they were trying to crucify Lagata, not knowing that they are actually telling us the genesis of where the problem is from right now. Because now we can see that Mr. Frame, the emperor himself, as he called himself, is the cause of this whole trouble. Everybody can see things for what it is right now, Mr. Yomi. See, don't think that people don't know what is going on now. You see, this has been hidden from the public for a very long time. It's been hidden. But suddenly, this is why I say Mohbad spirit is so strong. And because the likes of your own efforts and the likes of people that are fighting really hard for justice, their efforts won't be wasted. This is why things like this are coming out right now. Which is the reason why I want you to be happy. And I want you to be glad that things like this is actually going on right now. Because you tried to fight for the Cctv. Yes, everybody said that they did this, they did that. Okay, they're even shouting, Yomi, 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 Yomi. Let us even, it's not that we are trying to be ingrate or something like that. How much? And even everything that had been done, the conference, the media, everything, these things, you have to spend money for it. Despite the fact that you have been working so hard, that's why Nigeria is not moving forward, Mr. Yomi. I keep saying it, and I will still keep saying it because
very
there are
correct,
some
Marcus.
people are ingrate.
Look at Samuel Ayodele. Look at the time. Though Lagata Agbatogbo, he switched and said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had already embarrassed Yomi Fabiyi. I had insulted him. I even did a disclaimer against him." The truth is, do you know the impact of such disclaimer on my reputation, on my brand? But at least he was able to make a detour and say, "I never knew." It was when you were persistent, and then you said your story that, look at, no, Lenny, Yomi, gbogbo anybody bá ní ẹ fún bàbá Mohbad àbí legal team. And I was just new on social media, on TikTok. Only ìtọ̀sẹ̀ ló lọ́yọ̀ tó bá débi kan ò gbọ́dọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ jàù. When people, I don't know why I was taking my time to listen to people, go here and there, because kéèyàn dé sí tó bá yẹ kó ní TikTok ló ti fẹ́ ṣe justice Mohbad, wọn ò bí ẹ̀dá tó bá farabalẹ̀ kó lọ káàkiri ó máa gẹ́gbà. You cannot sit in one place and say èmi nìkan kó wá ló fẹ́ yí ẹ. But they couldn't even cut me the slack. Like, if I'm going to know the whole case, and this is where I want to stay to get justice for Mohbad with people here, I need to move around and know, because earlier I know what teach a story. Paparazzo in street here, Olori Ebi in street here, Kiriko Bosman in street here. Everybody is playing the role of activism. Tanya Mologo in street here. Everybody is having the title activist. But the only thing they lack is they don't have a structured body. They are not licensed to operate in Nigeria. Ìjọba fún aláyè pé lè sọ pé mọ̀ pé ilẹ̀ fún aláyè pé ká máa jà fún human rights bí o. Lè sọ pé ilẹ̀ fún aláyè ká máa jà fún justice. Ilẹ̀ fún aláṣẹ yẹn a dẹ̀ ti pass through court, CAC, EFCC. So lè gbé wa lọ́bẹ̀ yẹn kẹ́ sọ pé irọ́ là ń pamọ́. So ibi tá bá rìn sí lè káwọ́ wa kò. Because there is that function of the law to my support wa. But anybody can say I'm an activist. Wọ́n lè sọ pé kí ni tiẹ̀ ń bẹ̀? What's your local standing? To my sọ pé public, they would expect that when it comes to a public matter, and a bit of structure ara yín kẹ́ wà lójú kan under a particular umbrella and have a spokesperson or an organization speaking for you. Gbogbo yóò lè máa tẹ́lẹ̀ ọmọlógo lè sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí kó kìíní sọ́lọ́pàá kí olórí ẹbí kan tiẹ̀ kó competition sọ́lọ́pàá kí everybody gbọ́dọ̀ wà lójú kan. So ibi tí wàhálà yẹn ti kọ́kọ́ wà nìyẹn. So when we came on board, it is important for me to know what is going on. Who is this? Who is in charge? Mo realize pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí Ìyábọ̀ Òjó ti yọra ẹ̀ kúrò, I am not doing again with our NGO. It means the struggle is now left alone. Me, the feti gbọ́ pé mo struggle any public lawyer. So if there is absence of an NGO and a public lawyer, then with the division of the family, Mohbad cannot get justice. The only way you can get justice, if the public are united under a particular body, te wan face the case yẹn lọ, te bá ń jàǹjà kan yín lọ, tí NGO bá fẹ́ lọ tó ń lo lawyer, okay, kó bá yẹ kó ṣe pé bóyá bó ṣe rubbish àwọn lawyer ń bí ni. It's easy for me to give my mandate to say one of the lawyers should be acting like the public lawyer. Kò sí nǹkan tó stop me. We are already part of the case. But nítorí ibi àwọn time ta dé sí, àwọn ibi tí case yẹn ti rìn lọ àti ẹ̀ lè wọbẹ̀. Tó bá ipá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni, máa ti wà ní corona inquest yẹn. Àsìkò tẹ̀ lè ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí. Wọ́n máa ti jẹ́ to be oko pope. Ìsìtà kan ti ní pé ẹ lọ lé Yomi yẹn pa. Tó bá dẹ̀ ti rí lé mi lé pa. Wọ́n máa ní gbogbo tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá ṣe support wọn ti jọ ní débẹ̀ wá ní this is a real case. People like the oldest stage kò yọwọ́ ẹ̀mí ò gbé. Because some people, they are not called for this job. Gbogbo èèyàn kan ló lè di activist. Oṣogbo èèyàn ló lè ní human rights NGO. Ẹ lè ní charity organization. But when it comes to activism, o gbọ́dọ̀ mọ̀ pé are you really called for it? Wàá lọ ṣe àdúrà tó dá. Lọ́nà mẹ́ta níbi mẹ́ta tó dá, lọ́nà mẹ́ta tó kí. Are you really called for this? Ṣé kò ń ṣe pé o kàn fẹ́ máa ṣiṣẹ́ oníṣẹ́? Tó bá sọ fún mi pé iṣẹ́ ẹ ní o involve more prayers. Kó dẹ̀ máa ṣòótọ́. Òótọ́ yẹn ni mo gbọ́dọ̀ máa fi ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn lọ. That is why you find it very difficult to attack, even when this lady Harris, Towati, Larry Omodia, fake NGO, when they cross me, nígbà tó jẹ́ pé mi ni wọ́n kọ sí lọ́sẹ̀ nìkan sí, èmi ni wọ́n fẹ́ gbá, èmi ni wọ́n competition lọ sí pàǹtí, àwọn lọ ganu síbẹ̀ pé ṣé lóòótọ́ lẹ́yìn tó ti rubbish pé kò sí nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n realize pé petition yẹn wà bẹ́ẹ̀ o. The next thing they did was they quickly put up a press conference. Báwo lè ṣe máa ṣe press conference without me, the original complainant, without the original NGO in the case? Rí pé madness nìyẹn. Àwọn kan dẹ̀ kéyìn síta because there is too much division. Àwọn tó ń support yẹn wá pé wo come back shine wa, because all they were seeing is glory. Afẹ́gbà glory. Káwọn náà fi yẹn set up. Kọ́ lè máa dáwó fún wa. Tó bá jẹ́ pé owó ni mò ń wá láti ilẹ̀, mi ò ní fún ìyàwó leverage. I won't even consider. I will give my beat.
Larry Omodia had high expectations. That is the truth I want you to know today now. See, Larry Omodia is so desperate. I said it to his face because there was a time that we had an encounter, we had a chance to talk. I didn't know his wife was there that day. Then he was like, his wife is cursing him. I'm the one that wants to destroy his family. That his wife had everything that I said to him and this and that. You see, Larry Omodia had high expectation, and this is the reason why Harris backed off, because Larry Omodia was moving. Okay, you know that was the reason why. Let me say this, Mr. Yomi. You know that was the reason why it was against you. That was the reason why it was against you.
Let me explain to you. LB, the have fought Larry Omodia. Tebatin your woman crew. This is it. This is an NGO that they contacted. Activists. I have a video of the fight, my brother and you. Send 3 million. Normally, to send the 3 million here. To turn out where I was being defrauded. Taloma report for Lopa, Taloma set up NGO, Taloma set up a press conference. Now, if this woman told it clearly, this is not even our own matter. This is not justice for reform, Larry Omodia, whatever nonsense is doing. Now, if it is a matter of a legitimate human rights organization, and the organization has taken the right step by reporting to the police, and his own NGO, or the leader of the NGO, was condemning, insulting, and even threatening us, that if we don't report the matter to police, or throughout the 3 seconds video, he will sue us. I only make noisemakers. Now, in an attempt to know that this thing is like looking through, they wrote with the intention to act as if they are showing support, thinking that by the time there is no petition of such. Because as at that time, this same Larry was moving with Karimo, and they were saying it was a fake stamp. Arifa even joined them to do underground investigation and said, petition stamp will be called. While they were doing this, they were sharing this information amongst themselves. Àti Supremo, àti olórí Larry Omodia, wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹlẹ́yà yẹn. Àtàrífà gbogbo yẹn ló ṣe papọ̀. Now, okay, this he was part of them. Now, that same NGO now wrote to police when they got confirmation that yes, the petition exists here and we are looking into it. We are doing an investigation. NGO was sincere. That's if it's a legitimate NGO with the woman supreme, Abi Harris. They are supposed to come and say, "Oh, Mr. Yomi, we're sorry. We went to speak on behalf of your petition there, and we realize it's there. We are willing to work with you so that you can expedite it. We'll keep putting pressure." It is not to go and set up a press conference. Not even when the original complainant and victim had already set a date for press conference. Though the Larry Omodia denied when they were doing the peace talk. He knew that was where he got it wrong with me. He was never aware that there was a press conference coming from my NGO. So Tebawa there were on social media, talk beru gbese tell the phone support. Emi o bota condemn. I didn't condemn them. I just kept quiet like a woman that one. Ẹjọ́ tí ó kàn yín lọ́wọ́ tí ó kàn yín lẹ́sẹ̀. You are not a complainant, you are not a defendant, you are not a victim. And a set of press conference. Ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ bálabàla. Katowi katofo. Láàrin 2 weeks mo fẹ́ ṣe tèmi. Ẹ ti ṣe press conference méjì with the same lady Harris. What are they trying to do? It is fighting for justice for Mohbad Omo. Ó ti di competition owó jíjẹ àwọn dirty owó àwọn nǹkan tí ó lè jẹ́ kí èèyàn tẹ̀síwájú because it's not going to make sense sending sí Amnesty International or Human Rights Watch kí wá gbọ́ pé Human Rights Watch ń pursue case kébì wá lọ break the silence ká wá set up press conference when Human Rights Watch is about to issue maybe because they don't understand the meaning of Break the Silence Foundation, a human rights organization. They were thinking it's just one of the charity organizations. It's a non-governmental organization. And our duty, constitution, is to be fighting for human rights, advocating for human rights, spreading the gospel of human rights and justice. And so, what's more? So, government might work with us. Private companies might work with us. Individuals can work with us to propagate this. And what happened? One of the press conference, without the main complainant in bed, as an NGO. Tobate, you want to have a shake out here, lower television. Tadeti mudeti tiwa. Kilo stop because of let's work together. Toba washe mani kama joko there. Tobate approach me, Mr. Yomi, since we are willing to work with you. That's the it is not about how far. It is how well. So if the 3 million had left my NGO, and in my press conference, no, the 3 million talk about me. Should make any sense in it. And all of you kept quiet and allowed it. And one went come back, look again.
And do you know why I was so mad, Mr. Yomi? Do you know why I was so mad, Mr. Yomi? This is why I was so mad. Is like I now said that Mo invite Yomi. I was like, who invite Yomi? Are you okay? Are you okay, Mr. Man? Who invite Yomi? Show up on the press. What do you
woman any only what of support NGO unko fi ṣe sia ni sha won temi lo fún audience ni and that same woman to ṣe sia ó wá nominate quietly pé I want Sammy Kiri do something ta ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ only is the one that is representing me. She never told me she has an NGO. We're representing you. No problem. But me, hide. Normally, if my NGO was well funded from beginning, so she boya oboya ba ti on se nǹkan láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹpẹ àti dìde sí. Kini oba le fẹ́ pè mí kó fẹ́ rán yo wá. How would I trust who you are sending? Tí mo fẹ́ lọ fẹ́ mi le, I can't. But because everybody is still seeing it as àwa ní right sí bí wọ́n náà ṣe ní right sí, ṣebí tí wọ́n náà bá gba justice, NGO ló bá gbòòrò. Tí bá ń lé yẹn ni, Ìyábọ̀ Òjó never started justice for Mohbad ahead of me. She didn't call for protest ahead of me. She didn't even write to the government ahead of me. She didn't publish or post anything Mohbad ahead of me. Èmi ni wọ́n kọ́ gbé sórí tí mo fire everywhere. Èmi ni wọ́n kọ́ attack the governor. Èmi ni wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe October 1 independence. Èmi ni wọ́n kọ́ sọ pé dress rehearsal ní EndSARS. Làwọn tó ń tẹ̀lé pé Yomi Fabiyi ti gbéra everybody. And then they took over within a few days. Obìnrin làwọn eléyìí, she started with her drama as usual. Well, at least she saw what we are doing and we are on the same page. No problem. Take on. I will support her. I will never do anything to antagonize whatever she's doing. So I didn't even try to say, let me go and investigate. They be pay my move like so Yabo had the argument. I didn't involve that. And lo si page Yabo. Lórí Instagram, Kewo ba to bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí post nípa justice for Mohbad, and go back to my page that 2023, me, she delete. She hasn't deleted anything too. And see the date and the gap when we both started talking about justice for Mohbad. Do you understand?
Perfectly, Mr. Yomi, perfectly.
Everybody
It's so frustrating.
what is something, go back.
I feel so
Because
frustrated.
the whole noise about justice for Mohbad started on social media. On Instagram, not even on TikTok. On Instagram. Because ibẹ̀ ni gbogbo wa pọ̀ sí. TikTok iṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn kan ń jó lórí TikTok ìgbà yẹn. Nobody ever thought TikTok will even be part of advocacy of something serious like this. Eré pálẹ̀ mi bí pé orin wọ́n kàn máa ń duet sórin lè mọ̀ kàn máa fi TikTok ṣe ń gbà yẹn. Mo dẹ̀ ní mi ò ní join TikTok mi lè máa lọ máa gbọ̀dí mbẹ̀ mo yọ̀dí. Mi lè máa gbọ̀dí lórí TikTok ká máa rẹ̀ gé lórí ẹ̀. So it was when Lagata Temi tó wà ní Canada yẹn, particularly that Temish, yẹn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wọ́n bá mi sọ long time. When Lagata too came and said, come and join us, come and give us your voice. We need celebrity like you, activists like you to come and join us so that this movement will have. Okay. It came like 1, 2, 3, but I am no longer doing justice for Mohbad. Well, Karimo ti bú mi dáadáa. Ó ti lè gbá kan, ó ti sọ oríṣiríṣi. I think these people have something they are hiding, and I don't have it full details. Let me listen to this honest Nigerian who are passionate about another Nigerian. Why would I say that? He would think, maybe he thought I don't want to respect him. He doesn't know I don't want conflict. But since Tia about it publicly, so I am no longer doing. And I saw the way the thing is going. But I said I need to move in. And I posted on Instagram, I am storming the Corona court. And when I pointed to the CCTV, I came back and I was able to approach the man. He opened the door. Exactly. And I went to the man, he downloaded everything to me. And they are beginning to insult and attack. Bó gba yẹn mi ò tí mọ̀ pé bóyá Wùmí kan lẹ́ni bọ́lẹ̀mà mi tí mọ̀ àdúrà o mi tí mọ̀ bóyá ó lẹ́ni role tó play o gba yẹn mi tí mọ̀ olùyà ẹ bọ́ gbogbo orú àwọn kí kẹwé egbò yàn tó lè ti sọ mí ní ata tí mi mọ̀ gbogbo wọn dẹ̀ ló close mọ́ gbogbo yín lẹ́jọ́ ń ṣe papọ̀ torí ẹjọ́ bíi tẹ́lẹ̀ lójọ́ sí lọ apá báyìí rọ́dọ̀rọ̀dọ̀ ni. The real attack you're supposed to give him is to bring and call Baba Mohbad, call his bluff. Call Iya Mohbad, call his bluff. Call Adura, call his bluff. Call Darosha, call his bluff. Call Wumi, call his bluff. Kẹ́tì ẹ̀ tó ní involve ẹni aráta. Gbogbo ọ̀hún tó yẹ kọ́ lọ́pàá fèsì gangan nìyẹn. Gbogbo ẹfẹ́ wá justice for Mohbad. Tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá ti fèsì àwọn táwọn sọ yìí. Ẹ̀ ṣe exercise ni. Kó tó kan kíní kan Zomo, àwọn kíní kan ta extra làwọn yẹn. Ibi tẹ̀ máa ti kọ́kọ́ mu nìyẹn. Gbogbo yín ẹ̀dẹ̀ fi gbogbo àwọn yẹn lẹ̀. Ẹ̀ ń wá nǹkan mi lọ. Mo wá dé ẹ̀ wá expect kọ́ máa lè pẹ̀lú mi. So there are so many things I did within that period of time. Tí mi gbọ́dọ̀ tún fẹ́ ní sọ. Ṣé bá tọ́ pé mi pé kí wá ṣe ọ̀rọ̀ CCTV ni? Tí máa sọ the kind of people that I took along for protection.
That's the reason why many people backed off, Mr. Yomi. That's the reason why many people backed off. That's why I still respect you till date. That's why I still look at you like, you know, I said it before and I will keep saying it. If you are not, because let me tell you, in your last one, too, but look at the people that came in and they all left. Mr. Yomi, please, just please and please, because even people that you are actually fighting for, they are, to me, when I look at them, I don't think they're even worth fighting for, because they are the ones. Because right now, what I'm waiting for is, I'm waiting for Lagata to come out with that foot clip, because Tenny played some yesterday. Mr. I don't know if you listened to it, the audio clip that was played yesterday by Tenny, and we have been listening to some of it around and around, and presently now we are waiting for what Mr. Lagata is actually going to come out, and because he said he was going to give us the full clip. So we are waiting for him to come out with the full clip, because that is the only way he can actually show to people that he is a good man right now, because they want to show him.
He is a good man, to the best of my knowledge. If you are good, you need to understand that there's nothing like half loyalty. Unti on push ẹlòmíì tó fi district or desi lórí justice Mohbad lé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn òpó ń push ni. Ibi tí wọ́n filùfẹ́lá sí lórí social media, I go everywhere with them. I open my face. I have a name. They know where they can trace me. But ojúlówó wàhálà ìgangan, I can say, is offline. And talemi egbe tó lè kọ́kọ́ wojú bàbá Mohbad kó sọ pé, sir, you are doing something wrong. Fabiyi, you are doing something wrong. Ó ní iṣẹ́ tó máa ṣe níbẹ̀ o, tó máa lè sòótọ́ yẹn, tó máa fèsì rú àwọn yẹn pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn onídọ̀tí tó ti kójọ lórí social media. Ó lójú ẹni tó lè fèsì rú àwọn gbogbo àwọn tẹ́ẹ̀rí ẹmọ yẹn tó ti kọjá lára mi tí mo ti expose. Ó lójú yàn tó lè fèsì pàǹtí tó máa sọ fún ọ pé ṣe lè tó, and I will go and report them to themselves. Ó lójú yàn tó máa fèsì commissioner of police alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ẹgbẹ́ pé one was there. Ó ní kó pè mí níjọ́ tá à ń sọ yẹn bàbá Mohbad ó ti wà ń bẹ̀ before me. Mo gbé ọmọ mi dání. Àwọn yẹn ti build leg. Come, this is it. Nǹkan táwa ṣe lélẹ̀ àwọn ọlọ́pàá. Ẹni tó bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ lélẹ̀ kò ṣàdúrà. Ṣó jọra wọn ni? I'm not a child. You all know that àdúrà ló bá mi sọ̀rọ̀. They thought they can use police to say kò ṣàdúrà. Wọ́n dẹ̀ believe pé ṣé irú àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ tó ń dẹmọ lórí social media tẹ bá fèsì ibẹ̀ yẹn ọ̀bí tẹ bá dún lẹ́yìn ìgbà yẹn kọ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Mo wá ní láti ìgbà tá à ń sọ yìí. Part of the things I was doing was, apart from pé mo lórúkọ mo mọ̀ yàn díẹ̀ wọ́n rí pé ilé náà dúró dáadáa. Ilé tí mo kọ́ fúnra mi ìtẹ́rí tó lè súnmẹ̀. Mo mọ̀ ìyà tí mo jẹ́ kí tó kọ́lé. 2023, I was going world tour. Mo ń ta fíìmù káàkiri. You go back to my page. You see each of the funds I make in each of my tour. L'America, mo travel mi fẹ́ bọ́. Ẹ mo yẹ plane, ẹ lọ wo orí plane tí mo wọ̀. Mo ṣe lọ New York, mo lọ New Jersey, mo lọ Maryland, mo lọ Texas, mo lọ Dallas, mo lọ Chicago, gbogbo ẹ̀ mo lọ káàkiri, mo ta fíìmù káàkiri. But the beauty of it is that owó tí wàá pàgbẹ́ àpò mi ni. Ọlọ́run sọ pé kádàrá pé ìyà tí mò ń jẹ yìí mo dẹ̀ pebi wọ́nú ní ìfojú mi ni tó fi parí lẹ́nu. I built the house in 2023 under 4.5 months, 5 months to parí ẹ̀. So when you see all these things, look at all the lies, defamation, owó kìíní kan bàbá mo ní ṣe ẹ wo báwọn èèyàn ṣe dọ̀tí ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n lè yàn fàdé ọmọ kékeré ya wọ́n ní orú kéèsì ẹ̀ lọ́ fi pa mí ìbẹ́ níbọ̀dì lásọ̀rọ̀ owó ṣé ló dọ̀tí tó fi rẹ́ mi lára ẹ̀ ṣọ́ lè mọ́ la yẹ ẹ̀dà tí mo fi lẹ̀ nígbà kéèsì bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà. There is a woman woman fẹ́ràn tó wà woman ní owó burúkú báyìí. Money, I don't want the number, I don't want the connection. Me ṣe until gbà tí woman yẹn rán yàn àkókò ké ó dà pé Yomi yóò fẹ́ kí ni yóò tiẹ̀ ṣe rárá. Even some honorable members that are in my circle tó fẹ́ help wọ́n darí wọn sọ́dọ̀ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà directed. No, nobody should bring anything to me ò tiẹ̀ ṣe. Lady tí ó wà ní Germany tó lead gbogbo tó yẹ kó ní main blogger tó wà ní Germany tó lead gbogbo kí ni ẹ̀. She can attest to it. One of the group, he was Emi Kose. Mo kọ ìwọ̀sí. But this particular Mohbad case, mo rari wo Tommy, mo reason the spirit boy, ó kọ wá tí mi ti kuti, ó kọ tí mi wọ̀, ẹni tí ó ti ẹ lè sọ ha tó, ó kọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣọwọ́ lára mi. Zimama aye yada. Every to court. Princess pẹ̀lú gbogbo àwọn wèrè ẹ̀ on a competition against me. They ambushed me there as well.
Stop.
I know what I faced because they wanted to sentence the man to life imprisonment. And tí mi bá jà ìjà yẹn mo ṣe jà, bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀, it caught me anywhere. There is nowhere Baba Ìjẹ̀ṣà slept with that child. Nowhere. Whether by police investigation or by court trial. It's because we're able to stand up and say, this nonsense, tension. Ati mo poro pilot ati pe Jesu e de ti perfect gbogbo ro yin. O de ti ran wo niyen. E ti camera e ti pe ko wa ṣe film. E ti ko si rubbish yen. Èmi nìkan de mo face àwọn people yi. E mo yo bo tó wà lórí case yen tó face èmi nìkan. ṣé kí n máa dárúkọ àwọn ní tíátà àbí ìlú tí bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ti wá gan láti Ifẹ̀ tó wá ń di ọ̀rọ̀ ẹni tá bá sọ bí tí kéèsì bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà ibi tí ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ ti wá gangan gbogbo nǹkan máa dàrú lù yìí but ta ló fẹ́ jà fún they will still come for me. ẹ kọ́ ọ̀dọ̀ àwọn kéèsì lóde fẹ́ ẹ máa wò ìwọ tó lè sọ̀rọ̀ nípa kéèsì ìwọ tó bá lọ offline because àwọn nǹkan mi wà wọn ní sọ́fẹ́ lórí kí wọ́n máa rìn súnmọ́ ẹ̀ ní wọ́n máa sọ́fẹ́ nǹkan tó ń ṣe ẹ̀ báyìí ni o tó bá wù ẹ̀ kó gbọ́ ó mo lè búra sọ pé tó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn kan fún mi ní owó pé má ṣe justice ọ̀hún kò darí justice Mohbad nù kíbà kórí fún mi àbí gbogbo ìgbésẹ̀ tó ń gbé pé kí n lè yọwọ́ kúrò ń bẹ̀ àti gbogbo ẹ̀bẹ̀ tó ń bẹ̀ tí n bá ti gbọ́ tó jẹ́ pé mo gbọ́ ṣé ìyá Mohbad fúnra ẹ̀ tó bí Mohbad fúnra ẹ̀ ò bẹ̀bẹ̀ ni.
Daddy, stop.
Go and play, I'm coming. Mo bẹ̀ ni ni. Nígbà tí ìyá tó bí Mohbad bá sọ bọ́tà sọ pé yes, mo gbà mo bẹ̀. Tí mi ò dẹ̀ gbọ́ tí mo dẹ̀ tún ṣe make sure pé King White yẹn dé court. And I still went on with the àdúrà. So me need the extension. Mo gbé King White lọ court. So tí ma need extension, kí ni wàá gbé King White lọ court fún? Why did I go on? Ṣé ìyá Mohbad bó ṣe bẹ̀mí yẹn ṣé mi lè fọ́ fún ni? Ṣèbá ọlọ́pàá ló kọ́kọ́ lọ bá pé ẹ bá mi bá Mr. Yomi sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ jọ. And I said to them there.
Mr. Yomi, ó kọ́ ṣagídì, má bàjá ní, má kíní kan ní, ó kọ́ dá ogbó ẹ̀rọ ogbó ẹ̀. Ó di pé kò work. Ṣẹ́mọ̀, bọ̀ ẹni tó bá yé ló máa yé. Ẹni tó bá yé ló máa yé.
Ọ̀nà ọjọ́ yẹn tí bá play kiri yẹn a máa sọ di physical ìwọ Yomi Fabiyi tó bá bí ẹ̀dá kó wá síbẹ̀ a máa sọ di physical àdúrà kọ́ àwọn boys jáde so they will now pick such person so tí mi bá ní interest àti pursue case àdúrà màá wá wò sùsùn wá gbé King White lọ ó sì fèsì lọ then why is the reason why we want àdúrà to go ṣé possible to make sense ni. If they took them Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, tí ò bá necessary pé extension máa wúlò, they will not ask them to return on Monday. Because on a very good day, wọ́n ṣàti fún wọn ní bail on Friday. So why did they resume on Monday? Is it not for continuation of investigation? So when the investigation was to continue, they ambushed me and they transferred the case to party instead of where the extension will work. Because they look at báwo la ifẹ̀ corner Yomi. Ibi tí kòkòrò tó ń jẹ̀fọ́ ti jẹ̀fọ́ nìyẹn tó ti ṣe nípa bọ́bí mẹ́ni tí máa lọ bù só pé ta ló wà ń di ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ta ló ń ṣe mí mo wá òpin wú báyìí I confronted you the last time ọlọ́pàá sọ nǹkan báyìí kò sí bóyá fẹ́ mọ orúkọ yín this guy insisted he gave your name to the police they confronted me I said I don't know don't believe him àwọn ẹni what is all this kí lẹ́ lọ́ sọ káàkiri lẹ́yìn. And then I ask you, what are you saying? I mean, I think you're so fine. I might have told you these are steps we are taking and stuff. What are you telling to this guy? She denied.
And Mr. Yomi, let me add to it. And that guy that you took with you, not knowing that it's a green snake under the green grass, added to all this problem. But you never knew. And that's what I always say. That Mr. Yomi, you trust people easily, these are the things I always complain about. Because you think that everybody, they have the same mind like yours. And
trust people easily. Stage tí mo wọlé sí tó bá gara jù, you won't get justice for this boy. Because these people they are running around with the entitlement. Àwa ni community TikTok, àwa ni gbá. Ibo ni mo ti lówó tí mo fẹ́ pursue case. Shadow be justice for Mohbad is I'm an actor, I'm an NGO, yeah, and it will come. Even ọlọ́pàá tó fẹ́ prosecute gan, ọmọ náà owó. Ìjọba tó fẹ́ prosecute ẹni tó pa Mohbad máa náwó. Ní lọ court kan sọ pé kí court kan dédé ṣípẹ̀. Ọmọ náà owó lórí ẹni tó bá rán lọ kókó lọ prosecute ẹni tó bá pa Mohbad. They will spend money. These people will just sit here, you see people turn up camera and they will be injecting cold swallow. And I look, I said, it should make any sense. And she kept lying. But the madam, you are even lying. Oh, you need 1.1. You're going to see what? Your part was 610. You sent it to where it will be used, who they want to use, àwọn tó fẹ́ lò. And you are using that to rubbish my name. Because in my 30 said there, I would have expected that they've worked on it. One for one bail. What are the Monday? Could they hold him down and say, now, for the continuation of this investigation, we're sorry, we need to hold you down for so amount of time. I want to communicate it. It is not natural. It's not okay for me to come in and say, but we all know the Nigeria we are.
We all know, Mr. Yomi, but as for me, I won't lie to you. Wendy Gold, all eyes on you, aka Sammy Jonjo. All eyes on you. I am telling you that, Sammy Jonjo, Wendy Gold. I am telling you that. All eyes on you. Mr. Yomi, I won't say more than that.
Ibi tó dé dúró yìí, èyí tó lóun wà l'Amẹ́ríkà yẹn lè máa ṣe demo. Ṣùgbọ́n èyí tó wà níbi tá wà yìí, they all really, they can never see me coming. But I can tell you all for free, ẹ gbàgbé ọ̀rọ̀ social media. Ìyẹn ò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá, gap yẹn jìnnà bí wèrè. Nígbà tí bá máa pawó dà ṣe fún, ẹ ríran wò ẹ rí pé kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ rárá. Èyí tó dàbí ìtọ́ fi ń nuwọ́ yẹn, ẹ mọ̀ pé kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀ bó ṣe ń ṣẹnu bótóbótó, ó ń dárúkọ mi. When I get the time to deal with such person, ẹ rí pé èyí tó wà láwọn sí bẹ́ẹ̀. They will only sit here on social media and they will say, ṣọmọ orúkọ tí mo jẹ́ ni, ṣọmọ kìíní kan, tí ó bá ṣe ohun tó dé ní kọ́ wá wò ó ni, kí ló fẹ́ pàdé àti àwọn ilé pọ̀? Nígbà tí bá lọ mi jẹ́jẹ́ mi commit a crime. I'm doing my best to make sure my country get better. People can see what I've been investing for over 24 years. And your 24 years, at the end of the day, you come up in a struggle with them within 6-8 months. They want to rubbish all you have labored for. With all their nonsense. A disclaimer, thief, only, what nonsense? Kẹmọdéwù àwọn orúkọ owó tẹ́ mọ̀ pé naturally owó tí àwọn lẹ́gẹ̀ẹ́gbẹ̀ ò gbọ́dọ̀ gbọ́ kọ́ sọ pé bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayọ̀ mi rò owó lílé. There was a time they were shouting kìíní kan kìíní gẹ́yẹ lọ sọ̀rọ̀ kìíní kan, one of the top legislators said, Yomi, what's all this kí ló ń ṣe pẹ̀lú àwọn òbí irú àwọn owó lọ fi rubbish ẹ̀. Mo ní ẹ máa fi mi àti wọ́n lẹ̀. Mo ní I prefer they keep saying the public were donating to my NGO than kọ́ sọ pé mi mò ń ṣàyà gbangba Yomi Fabiyi ló kọ́ sọ pé òun fẹ́ face the family Mohbad. No, it's the public. When it's only but ṣé wọn rori ìbáwọn lẹ́wọ̀n máa dárúkọ àwọn owó kéékèèké yẹn. Who believe what those ibi tó ń sọ yẹn sí orí túbà yẹn sí túbà iris yẹn sọ yẹn. How I wish she's in Nigeria. Òun ló send owó sí account yẹn kó wá gbéra lọ bẹ̀. Pé okay o torí máa tẹ̀lé débẹ̀. Ṣáwọn ọlọ́pàá ló máa sọ pé okay o owó yóò dọ̀dọ̀ àwọn ni. Àwa rí yàtọ̀ nínú èmi àti ẹ̀dẹ́ àwa rí kọ̀ọ̀kan pè ní wèrè. Because they will come up with the nonsense and you see some people, they will just say, Yomi, this is the same pattern that we want to. I want to carry on or t-shirt. It means shade writing. You want to give my love gumbo because you know you want to share. You want to send in koto alare me atiesita because ja. They will come out and say, Yomi, any problem with anybody? Me atie ojoja. I shared classified information with you. Kitoji otilon ono so gede so se asobo oti ho asobo to je book je se to pe double agent ni ono so gede si wo ho o de ho niye o ti mess up oni ke bi lo gombo e de blessing ama send owo kan indaji le ti le ma send owo mo ti lo eko mo ti pada o di role oni rockcliffe le fe send owo si the next thing by and they've been allowed said the Break the Silence Foundation. Money me already alert. All of it went your what all said Mohbad picture farabale lórí social media yìí. Irú share wo kini gbogbo rubbish gbogbo rọrọ. Everything you want to use money to bring some mom, don't look at me. Look, you are dealing with an NGO. She struggle here. She kokori. Ẹ fẹ́ gbori pe XL le struggle. Ẹ farabale. Ẹ come back gbogbo ege. Olórí gbogbo kini kò ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọlọ́pàá gbogbo èyí tẹ́ wá justice Mohbad le bàjẹ́ because you are trying to be who you are not. What intend knowledge about it, knowledge of the law any enemy come maka constitution amaka hello why intelligent am so rubbish. You'll be asking questions that you would ask people that are on the front line come and defend to expect it. Even come pe soldier to lọ jagun. But kí ló táwọn èèyàn ṣe jẹun later wà lábẹ́ ibìkan tí wọ́n jẹ fún ọjọ́ méjì kí sójà wọn sọ pé because there is no food kan lè sọ pé you starve civilian. If you are a patriotic citizen, you ask that why did you keep civilian with you for 2 days without feeding them? How about on your bamboo, on protect life one? The only thing to call in the question to February the public hearing is why did you keep civilian without food for 2 days? Because you are a senator or honorable member. It's absurdity. That's why you see some people say, I am laboring my life for this country. You don't ask me such questions. So if I keep civilian with me for 2 days without food, and I didn't go to eat, the right thing you need to do is you didn't even say you were able to protect their lives for 2 days without food. Instead of you to say that you're asking, you kept civilian. Don't you know, so you don't have to keep people without food for 2 days. That is starvation. You want to kill them. And Abel Yellow social media, and then some nitwits will be now parading that as intelligent question. Because it's pure nonsense. So what extension wa? I wish that boy could make a move here because my establish anything. Now I'm coming back for you. So what's your was all me? Go and ask them then. Everybody say, "Paro for you. Yomi o ṣe forensic. Mo gbé nǹkan jáde kò kàn ẹ́bẹ̀, kò sórúkọ ẹ́bẹ̀. You came out and say, Yomi o ṣe forensic."
Anybody, Mr. Yomi, me, I will say this, and I will stand on it, and I will stand with anybody. I stand with challenge. Anybody that said you did nothing, they should come out. Maybe because most of them said that they even have NGOs. Let them go out there and go and do their own best as well. Anybody that is challenging you, that you have, you did. Let me tell you, Mr. Yomi, do not let these people push you today, because see, some of them, they are useless. I'll put it that way, and I'll say it for what it is. Because right now we know what they are all talking about. We know the way they are backing up and down like a dog. We see what they are doing and what and the things that they are doing. See, Mr. Yomi, anybody that is thinking that thinks that you have not done anything, then anybody, I say it again, anybody that thinks you have.
We can go on and on about this. I mean, Yomi Fabiyi has something to say. He definitely has something to say. That's because of the way and manner at which he went about justice for Mohbad and his expectation, what he felt he was going to achieve with it. But alas, that didn't work out the way he thought. It sort of worked in a frustrating and time-consuming, wasting, and all of that. That's how it all eventually, not eventually, but then let's say then, because right now everyone is still pressing, but it came out terribly. Yeah, it came out terribly. Imagine you provided yourself, availed yourself, and your purpose is to get justice. Yeah, your NGO is going to get the accolades, and you yourself, you're going to get it. And you said you came in when you realized that your colleague Yabo Jo, she hadn't stopped. She said she was not going to be into justice for Mohbad anymore. She said, let's leave it for those that said they know what to do. And one of those people that she left it for was Bukky Jesse. Bukky Jesse kept on it back to back, but you know, the results so far was not that pleasing. It wasn't really as expected, but people kept on and on. That's because even on Bukky Jesse's side and on Yabo Jo's side, although we can't compare too much because we know of the wickedness and the cover-up, like Yabo Jo was more interested in protecting the interests of a mentee, Cynthia Omowo Adebanjo. She publicly made it clear that that's what she wants and that's what she's rooting for. In fact, there was a time she even said she can boldly tell anybody or pray or wish to God that God will give her someone like Mohbad's mother that will support her daughter. I understood what that meant. Like, really, it means you want a mother-in-law that will support your daughter against her own son. It shows wickedness. It shows evil. You know, that's the kind of time that we are in. So she said some of these things, and then she realized that social media was up against her. She could not fight that battle and win. She left, and everything just became what it is. Then Bukky Jesse was on it. She was also kind of connected to Mohbad's father. There was a time she had issues with Mohbad's father. She came out and said things against Mohbad's father. Said Mohbad's father does not have talent. Mohbad's father stole lyrics from one other Yoruba late gospel artist. Said Mohbad's father is this, Mohbad's father is that. And later they settled their differences, and she said, I'm not going to stop the person who wants to buy Mohbad's father a car. That person is one of my fan. That person listens to me. That person is willing to buy Mohbad's father a car. So Mohbad's father eventually got SUV, courtesy the connection and all of that. And then Yomi Fabiyi came in. Yomi Fabiyi went around different platforms, kind of trying to get himself acquainted to what's going on, like what's the latest, what was the next thing to do. And in between these, things were like kind of fine, not until the day Yomi Fabiyi rose up to, not like he intended, oh, he wanted to go to Mohbad's house, like, okay, let's just go to Mohbad's house and see for ourselves. Well, let's be practical about this thing. He did become practical about it. He went, and then that day somehow suggestion came. Why don't you give us more? Let us see the distance between Mohbad's house and the so-called Perez Hospital or whatever hospital. Let's see, because people didn't really get it. Like, what kind of traffic is this that they had to put Mohbad on a motorbike? They took him down to the hospital, and stories here and then. Let's find out. And then connections started connecting, and we started looking at it. Wow. People started seeing like clearly the true picture of this event that happened. It got a lot of people interested on justice for Mohbad, and then the issue of money came in. Yomi Fabiyi didn't want to like tell all that he needed money for. They felt that Yomi Fabiyi was being secretive, and this came from Yeye Kudi's platform and some other people attached to it. Talks here and there, talks here and there, talks here and there. It became, like bone of contention. Bone of contention. And it went on and on. Yomi Fabiyi said, no, we can't do this. I can't begin to come to tell you this is how I spend the money for this. How can I come to tell you publicly what I spend money for? You guys were willing to support what I needed to do. Even if you are not sending me on an errand. They said, no, we sent you on an errand. It's an errand. He said, no, I just, back and forth. Was it an errand? Was it my initiative? Did we suggest it? Were you the one that suggested it? Okay, where is the money? Then sacrosanct came into it. And a lot of sacrosanct came into it. And before you know it, it became an internal implosion. Yomi Fabiyi didn't feel safe. Then he started looking for ways to connect himself. He went to another platform, and that platform is not with Yeye Kudi. He went on this platform, which he still, connects to, even though there were issues with that platform, and somehow they got back on their feet, like they settled their differences. The issues started again here and there, but somehow they were able to resolve whatever. So this so-called Mohbad's sister-in-law, what are we going to call her now? I'm talking of Cynthia's sister. Karimo came into the picture. Their friendship was short-lived. It didn't last long. It was an explosive one. She is this kind of temperamental, this kind of shallow-minded, this kind of cunning, this kind of she's all of what you can think of, according to Yomi Fabiyi and according to observation. Now, story came in about the CCTV. From CCTV, it seems the CCTV was kind of like not really easy for Yomi Fabiyi to access. He was trying his best, sort of. And before we could say Jack Robinson, videos and pictures of the house of the neighbor was released by Bukky Jesse. Now, we kept on and on about this matter. People didn't really want to tell themselves the truth. Like, what is the essence of this video of the house of this man being posted? Why are you exposing someone that will give answers? Why? To threaten the person. So it was more about competition. It was all about who is going to be the number one, who is going to get it right. We've been on this for a long time. How can you just come? It became a messy affair, and then now that people are rooting for a certain person against the other, little bits of splinters here and there, little bits of splinters. People started having issues, little bit of issues, little bit of issues here and there, little bit of issues here and there. Things started going bad, things started going wrong, fight, voice note. All the while, some people were doing their camera down. Of course, it's a community, so you definitely find people with different interests. So things started happening here and there. But one thing that struck me is that certain persons they were privileged to be part of a inner caucus or a group who had information about certain things that were going on, and they know that this thing is not going to make sense. Like, there is no answer in this thing. They kept quiet until later. They said, let's open our mouth. And by the side, Mohbad's father was doing his own thing too. Allegation of him knocking women, girls, using the opportunity of his newfound donation and soft life. A lot of things were going on. Everybody was doing their thing. But Yomi Fabiyi, he was also doing his own thing, screaming and shouting, oh, CCTV, 3-second video, 5-second video, 20-second video, this, that. Everything moving in different direction. It's a terrible thing. Moving in direction that you cannot understand. And here we are, still on justice for Mohbad. Can you imagine? Still on justice for Mohbad, because more is beginning to surface. More is beginning to surface. Certain people who had kept mute, certain people who had kept certain secrets, certain people who were privy to certain things, they have now started coming out, putting out all that they know. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? So, some people might think or feel that this is just an endless circle of whatever. Yeah, I do not blame people having thoughts in that direction. It has not been easy. If you look at the intensity, if you look at all Yomi Fabiyi has been saying and how he has been able to, it has not been easy. That's the point. It's not been easy. It's not been easy. It can be frustrating to have put yourself time, put so much, and here you are. It can be so frustrating. It can be time consuming. It can be all that you can ever think of. I mean, it can be so painful. It can be so painful. It can be painful. So, well, it is still on justice and nothing more. What can anyone do? What can anybody do about these things? What can anyone do? Nothing more than to persevere, press and push, pull and press continuously without fear. That's the only solution to getting justice for Mohbad. That's it. So, it is expected, that's what I'm going to say, it is expected that opposition will come. Regardless, it is expected that opposition will come. Who else is thinking that there will be no opposition, like it's going to be a free flow? Definitely, it's just that when you are opposed by those that presented themselves as justice seekers or true to the cause, it makes you kind of like, who do I want to believe in? Where am I standing? Who do I believe in? The thing is, every one of them, there is something that they want to achieve, either justice or anti-justice. Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. Well, I don't know what to think of all of these that Yomi Fabiyi is saying, and I mean, it is getting kind of it's getting kind of it is getting a lot of people irritated. Getting a lot of people irritated. Getting a lot of people upset. Getting a lot of people angry. Well, don't be shocked, don't be amazed. Don't be amazed, don't be shocked by some of the next level or whatever event that will surface later. Do not be amazed by it. Just keep cool, keep calm, stay put, and fold your fingers. At the end of the day, the weeds, they will always be uprooted. Yes, those that feel or think that they can strangle justice for Mohbad, they will definitely be dealt with. That is the assurance. That's the assurance. That's the assurance of it. Is it spite? Is it envy? Or an intentional move to stifle justice? All of these, in no time, we'll get to the root of it. Ladies and gentlemen, like, share, tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Yeah, turn on the notification bell. Still on justice for Mohbad.